That is a functional golf shot. Carry 260, gets out to 290.
Oh, go! Yes! Now if I can't hit 300, I'm gonna be pissed. Without the play, there's no way to know it, right?
No chance.
今天这个视频厉害了啊！站在我旁边的这位是加州州立大学的 Biomechanics 生物力学教授，专门研究如何将地面反作用力 （ground reaction force） 应用到高尔夫挥杆当中。他曾经帮助过很多知名球星，像德尚布、科林森川、Tony Finau， 还有长打王马丁等等等等。他同时还是 Swing Catalyst 挥杆催化剂公司的科研主管，专门生产能记录和分析挥杆过程中重心转移的传感器垫子。我今天也专门来到他的工作室，让他用这些数据分析一下我的挥杆，指导我如何利用地面反作用力，向着开球300码、稳定开球300码的目标继续前进。我们欢迎斯科特·林恩教授 ，Dr. Scott Lin。Welcome to the channel. Thank you for having me here. Let's first start with what is ground reaction force and why is it important to a golf swing? How does Swing Catalyst help golfers?
Ground reaction force is basically the way we always move. We have to use ground reaction forces because Isaac Newton says there has to be an external force that causes motion. So my example always is this golf ball will sit here forever. It will never move unless what happens to it? Force, right? An external force has to be applied to it to cause it to move. And we're the same. As our bodies, in order for us to move, we have to push on something external to our body, which then pushes back on us and makes us move. And if you think about in golf, the only thing we're connected to is our feet on the ground.
Yeah.
And so that's the essence of every movement that happens in the golf swing. And the important thing is that these are forces that we can't see with our eye. Even the fancy motion capture system that's around the lab here, or the iPhone, or some of these 3D apps that we have, none of those can see the ground reaction forces that are happening between your feet and the ground. You have to have a plate there to measure those things. And I think the most important thing is to look at the engine from the ground that the golfer produces and match that to the positions that they are producing in space. And I think that's where the magic happens. It's when we match what's happening to the ground to where you're putting that club in space. And that's when we start to create things like what we call effortless power, where you don't feel like you're swinging harder, but now the ball's going further, the club speed's faster, the strikes are more efficient. All those things happen when we get those matchups happening really.
That's
really
what
well.
I need.
Perfect. Well, we'll see if we can find it for you today.
Yeah, let's get started.
Awesome.
视频的最后36分半左右开始，林教授会通过 Swing Catalyst 的分析软件，详细解释我为什么能很快打到300码，包括了很重要的减重和利弊的概念，大家不要错过。Yeah, that's kind of my miss shot.
Okay. Goes right.
Yeah, I do have a inside-out path,
okay.
But my face tend to
open. Yeah, I think 300's in play here.
Today or?
I don't know, we'll see. We will see.
I can tell you what I'm working on right now. Is it going to impact your
no,
thoughts
it's
on
fine.
my swing?
Yeah, no, what are you working on?
I'm trying to push down earlier on my backswing.
Okay.
So what I used to is I top my backswing and I push down here.
Yeah.
Then everything goes down.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to right now is on my backswing, at the top of my backswing, even before that, I'm already squat.
Okay.
And then the downswing, I'm just moving and jumping.
Moving and jumping.
So that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you think of any other sport where you're trying to be athletic, there aren't any sports that I'm aware of where before you try to be athletic, you stand perfectly still like this. So you can see like you're basically flatlined all of your forces before you hit.
Yeah.
Like literally zero motion, dead still, and then the club moves and you start to spring into action.
Okay.
I don't see anyone that has a lot of speed that does that.
I see.
Like, and if you think of other sports like, I don't know, like baseball. Like if I'm a shortstop for baseball, as soon as the pitch is coming, I'm not just standing here still. And then when he throws, they're kind of, they're down here, they're moving around, they're getting ready. And then when the thing comes, they move or they go, right? And think of like basketball, same thing. Like no one stands perfectly still, and then it like springs into action.
Okay.
Which makes it hard to get. And it's kind of like a car. Like you would never go from dead still, you'd rev the engine a little bit, right? Rev it, and then kick it into gear and go. So if I show you first, let's look at Kyle Berkshire, because he's the kind of first guy that showed me this stuff. So like this particular swing, this was several years ago. He was 148 club speed, 207 ball speed, carried at 375.
Okay.
That's actually pretty short for him now. Like he's into the well into the 150s club speed now. But look at these graphs, especially this one, as he sets up to hit it.
This is all before he even started his backswing.
Yeah, so look, the club's not moving. The club's still sitting there, and like he's putting above average tour level forces into the ground, then the club finally moves. And so like you can see here, like during your downswing, you produce 20% of your body weight in right here. That's 20% of your body weight pushing away from the target. So that's you pushing away from the target, and then the ground pushes you towards the target.
Okay.
So like for me to move towards the target, I have to push in this direction, and then the ground pushes me back and shoves me there.
Yeah.
You're producing 20% of your body weight during your downswing, like when you're ramping up to try to produce all your speed.
Okay.
Kyle Berkshire, before the club's even moved, is producing 24% of his body weight. So he's producing more force before the club even moves than you produce in your downswing, which is
huge.
Crazy, yeah. So he's really kind of revving the engine. Now, this concept I learned about basically from Kyle Berkshire, and I tried to apply it to certain players, and because I've worked with a couple of players who came to me wanting more speed, basically. And what I found is Kyle Berkshire's method of doing this actually doesn't work for some players. And so then if I look at, so you can see Kyle Berkshire produces more of this kind of rocking, and if you look at the video, like watch his video here, before he hits, this is what Greg Rose would call rocking and rolling. He kind of rocks back and forth like this, and then hits it. The other way to kind of create like a revving of the engine would be what Martin Borgmeier does. And so on this one, Martin Borgmeier, he didn't have a dot on his face, so we don't know what his club speed was, but the ball speed was 222 and the carry is 413. So there's some speed happening there. Yeah, crazy speed.
I'm speechless.
I know. And if you watch him before he hits, he doesn't create as much of that lateral force.
Okay.
But see how he kind of, it's more like, I think of it a lot as similar to what Matt Wolff does. So he kind of sets up and then he kind of turns and then turns it back. So it's kind of more of a rotational cue. Where Martin, Kyle Berkshire is more of a rock and roll. So I kind of see, and what we're going to try with your driver is doing both.
Okay.
I want you to do one where you do Kyle Berkshire and you kind of rock back and forth, hit the club, take it away, and then one where you do kind of like a turn and then take it away. And I want to see which one kind of works best for you.
Okay.
Because I think the first thing to creating more speed is getting you more mobile before you hit the ball. Because you're like dead static, and then you take the club away, and it's like, it's hard to go fast from a dead stop. And that's like Newton's concept of inertia, right? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So going from rest to really fast is hard to do. Whereas if you're in motion, it's easier to get things moving quickly. Okay, so I want you to get up there and hit me a couple shots where you do the Martin Borgmeier.
Okay.
Or sorry, let's start with the Kyle Berkshire first. You have to have a little bit of rhythm to do the Kyle Berkshire. So grab your club, hop up there, and just do some practice swings without a ball. Like don't even tee up a ball.
Okay.
So actually, let me show you first what you're going to do. So what you're going to do is the club's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be resting on the ground, and you're going to kind of rock your feet back and forth.
Okay.
And then as soon as your right foot hits the ground, take the club away and swing. Okay? So you want to time the takeaway for as soon as that right foot hits the ground, that initiates. The thing that people do a lot though is the last time the right foot hits the ground, you don't have to lift this one.
Okay.
A lot of people keep rocking, and then when the right foot hits the ground, they do like a baseball swing and they lift this foot up. So in golf, it's like this. And I feel like you want to try to, like on that last one, try to like push that right foot in the ground and take the club away.
Okay.
Try a couple, see if you can get the timing and the rhythm of it. Perfect.
Like this?
And then just take a swing.
Okay.
Good. Perfect. Awesome. So I once was doing this with a guy, and I told him to do that, and he's like, okay, I got this. And he's like, Yeah, I can't. It like overwhelmed his brain in a position. So yeah, that actually looked really good. Now we'll see if you can do it with the ball there. So you can do a couple more practices if you want, or if you want to tee up one and just give it a rip. I don't care where the ball goes, even if you whiff it.
I don't want to shank the ball.
You'll be okay. With driver, it's, I've seen some Halsey rockets with irons. Like, you see those?
Okay.
With driver, it's hard to do that.
I see.
Okay. Missed it a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a couple more, get used to it. Part of swinging faster is you have to kind of give up a little bit of control.
Okay.
To make it go faster. Good. There you go.
That felt like a good hit.
Yeah. Good.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're up to 280 now.
With open club face?
Yeah, still open face. I think we can do better. So give me a couple more.
Okay.
Our last shot was 102 club speed.
Okay. I hit the ground.
Okay, you drop kicked it.
Yeah.
That's all right. But still, we're at 286, 7. I actually think, getting your face shut is that was 103 club speed.
Okay.
Carried 260, 287 total.
Wow.
I think it's in play today for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I lifted my left foot.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So should I think about the swing thought I just mentioned to you a few minutes
earlier? Yeah, that's fine. You can still think about that. I just want to add this before you start. Yep.
Okay, sure.
Ooh, that was close. That face was shut a little. I think I carry 260. Okay, well, this is definitely adding some gas. We can control. That was 105 club speed. So if we can get that face a little more shut. So for this one, generally as well with this pattern, with this rocking and rolling pattern, we generally are going to want the club higher.
Okay.
Versus deeper.
More vertical.
More vertical. So the club needs to be closer to the ceiling, because what we're essentially doing by doing this is getting you more pressure into your right foot on the backswing, and we'll check the swing catalyst. And as we get more pressure into your right foot, generally that causes people to push more laterally, which shallows the club a little bit more.
Okay.
And so if you're already shallow, or if the club's already deep and you do this motion, now you can get in trouble, right? It can get way inside, and that's where some of those drop kicky kind of ones came from, I think.
I see.
So doing this, generally, the only thing I would think about is, getting the club as high as you can. So feel like you're reaching it for the ceiling versus the back wall.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Give me a couple more. Ooh, that was it. And we got to square that face up. Cool. Man, I think with a square face, that's 287. I mean, your square face that goes, that's 106 club speed.
Ooh, okay.
With a square face, I think that's 300 right there, that last swing.
Okay. Should I think about closing the club face, or?
I generally, well, there's lots of ways to think about it. We're putting a lot of thoughts in your head here, so I'm hoping we don't overwhelm the system, because I like how athletic you're being with the, the pre-shot kind of thing. I love that. So to me, generally what I go to for shutting the face is just change your wrist conditions.
Okay.
So basically, I find it really hard. Like, a lot of people will cue like what, let's say Colin Morikawa does at the top, where he bows his wrist. I find it really hard to think about what happens at the top in terms of wrist conditions. So what I'll generally do is just set up to it. As you take the club away, I want you to feel like, see how generally the logo on your glove here, the Callaway, it looks like as you take the club away, it gets a little closer to if you had a watch on.
Yeah.
I want you to feel like you get it further away.
Okay.
So if you had a watch on and that Callaway logo, as soon as you take the club away, just get them a little further away from each other. Away. Yeah.
Okay.
Just right off the ball.
Sure.
And if that just closes the face like a degree or two, I think that's 300 right there, that last
Sure.
one. All right, give me one there.
It's
Oh,
close.
we got the face shut. Missed it a bit. That's okay.
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
104.
You sweating yet? It's a workout.
Yeah, I am.
You got to remember, this is a sport.
Yeah, I know.
Close.
I think I hit the, I don't know, toe or a
Okay.
heel. I think I hit the heel.
Let the hit the heel?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lower part.
Okay. And that's still as far as you were hitting it before with solid
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
So 104. Okay. The other option, let me see where your ball position is. Yeah, the other option with this pattern, because we're trying to get you more into your trail side to get pushing more laterally, is just to move the ball up. So move yourself that way. Yeah, make sure it's like on your left toe.
Okay.
And now don't even worry about the wrist conditions, because I think that's messing with a little bit of your athleticism. Because now the swing's a big circle, right? And if we move the ball up, that could give you an extra millisecond to square the face. And,
Okay.
So forget about your wrist.
Yeah.
Give me the Kyle Berkshire rockin', get the club high and hammer it. Okay. I mean, that gets your speed back up though, so.
Yeah, sure.
And when you're going for speed, you're gonna hit some squirrely ones every once in a while. It's just the way it is. Ooh, that one was ripped. Go, baby. Get out there. Go, go. 292. That is close.
Yeah.
That was just a dead pull. I mean,
Yeah.
but you matched up the face and the path, right? Your path was left, your face was left, so you compressed it and smashed it.
Yeah.
And actually, like, an on-purpose pull is a good shot for some people. Like, a lot of golfers will stand shut to it, and they'll on purpose, like, pull it back online, which is not a bad shot sometimes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, give me a few more. You're
Okay.
so close. I mean, that was 105 club speed, dead square face, 292. That was hammered.
Go, go, go.
It had a little cut to it. I think took some spin.
Yeah.
All right, 278. 104.5 club
104.5.
speeds. But now your smash is up to 143. So now we just got to optimize the spin conditions.
Okay. That felt great.
Yeah, I like the ball up for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your wrist. Just get the ball up. That helps you square the face a little better. And it gives you incentive to go get it too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is high on the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go pick up some tees here. Give you a chance to rest for a second.
Oh. Oh, 106.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whenever people come to me for speed and they're static before they take it away, that's the lowest hanging fruit to get them speed, is just to get them more active before the club moves to make it. And there's other things we can dig into, but I think you can get there just with this.
Okay, sure.
We just got to match up that face. That.
Yeah, and it's still a little high on the face.
But that is a functional golf shot.
Yeah.
Carry 260, gets out to 290.
Oh, go, 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 go!
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Oh, wow, yes! Yes! Oh.
149 ball speed.
Honestly, I never expected it's gonna happen today. Wow. And it was high on the face.
It was, yeah. I mean, some of these drivers, the way they're designed, that creates a little more spring hitting it high on the face. I mean, that's what you pay for now with the technology is that spring effect, so.
Cool.
All right, let's go. Let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
I like it. And what I find is as we add speed in people, a lot of times the dispersion actually comes down once they learn to control it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
It's almost like riding a bike. Like riding a bike slow, it's hard to keep it pointed straight. And when you get it going fast, it's easier to kind of control it better. So,
okay. Cool.
Because I mean, look at that. That's probably one of the straightest shots you've hit today.
Yeah.
And the fastest and the furthest.
What's the ball speed on the last one?
The ball speed was 49.
Okay.
But you optimized a lot of the spin and everything. And look at that. I mean, the forces are so different. Remember you were creating 20% of your body weight in lateral force?
Yeah.
Now you're up to creating 27% of your body weight in lateral force. Yeah, look at how much more. So this right here, this black band is the PGA Tour average for this force. And if we go back to one of your first drivers, you see how it barely snuck into the middle of the PGA Tour average? And also like this little bump at the start here was very small. And now that last one, like see how much more purple there is here? Like you're creating more impulse, so what we call it the force times the time, or the area under this curve. It's just, you're putting more energy into the system.
Okay.
And also if you look at when you take the club away here now, you're getting like almost 100% of your pressure into your trail foot.
Leg. Okay.
Where before it was 64, 65. Which is actually not a good matchup because you still had a decent amount of this lateral force, but not having a lot of pressure shift into that trail side with not a big, having a small pressure shift, like 65 is not much pressure shift in the trail side, but then you have a lot of lateral push, which I think is not optimal for your irons either. So if you look at your irons, let me show you one of these irons that we collected before. You have a lot of scoop at the bottom with your wrists. So you kind of do this. Because if you look with your iron, you actually have more lateral force with your iron than you did with your driver originally.
Okay.
And to me, a really bad pattern, and it's generally a good player pattern, is to have a small pressure shift to the trail side. So you're only 70% into your trail side, but you have a massive lateral push. So with that lateral push, it moves your body forward. And now, like if you did nothing, your low point would be, I don't know, a foot in front of the ball.
Okay.
And so for you to hit it, you got to release this angle early.
Okay.
And so some people might tell you, oh, you need more lag, because you see how you kind of release your wrist there? Like most pros by this point, their hands are by their lead thigh. Like their hands are by their lead thigh, and then they release those angles, and that's how they really compress their irons.
Okay.
Yours are way back here, but they have to be, and you have to release this, because if you, from this position here, because your body's moved way ahead and the forces are back, your low point would be a mile in front of it. And so you have to change the radius with your wrist to try to make contact. So
makes sense.
I think getting a little more pressure shift into your trail side, because this is definitely one of your dominant forces, that lateral push. And so getting a little more pressure shift to your trail side with iron is going to help you with contact and all those things. And then I think you'll be able to control that release or that flip at the bottom a lot better.
Okay.
Because I feel like for somebody who can hit a driver, obviously you just hit a driver 300 yards. Your iron, like your 6-iron should go further than 170 in the air. Like that's a really short 6-iron for somebody with your speed.
Sure.
And so there's some really efficient strikes happening with irons too. Which I think is kind of this problem that you're getting that big lateral push with not enough. And now with driver, you're getting a ton. You're not going to get 100% pressure shift with driver, but I would like to see it in the 80s at least. And I think getting more behind it, now when you push, your low point's not going to be as far in front of it, and your body will be back a little further, then you can get your hands forward and actually compress the iron a little more. So,
you want me to keep hitting?
Sure, let's hit a few more drivers. This is fun. Now your goal is 50 ball speed. You want 55, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, that's in there. 6 more is not out of the... Oh, shoot, I got to reset this because the quad got unplugged. What did it say on the monitor? Like the monitor will say
104 and 137 ball speed.
Okay, and this is what we find too, is after you talk for a bit and your nervous system kind of calms down, you got to ramp it back up again. So let me just reset everything.
Sure.
We didn't even have to try the Martin Borgmeier swing with you. It's interesting. So I went to Congressional Country Club in like the Washington, D.C. area. And one of the sessions they had for me was a speed clinic with a bunch of junior players. And so I think there was like 20 kids, and I had like 2 hours with them. And it was basically, they called it a speed clinic. It was there to gain more speed. To all the 20 kids, I said, hit me 5 Kyle Berkshire and 5 Martin Borgmeyer. First they did 5 regular swings, then 5 Berkshire and 5 Borgmeyer. And literally, I think half the group liked Borgmeyer better, half the group liked Berkshire better, but they all gained speed from their baseline to doing one of those 2 things. So, and this is where pretty much every good player that I've worked with recently, the reason I got to work with Morikawa was because he told his coach he plays regular practice rounds with Xander Schauffele. And their stock drivers are the same length. Like if they're on a normal par 4, they both hit driver, they're about the same length. But then they get on a wide open par 5, and Xander has another gear. He hits a 30 past Colin. And Colin's like, I don't know where my gear is. Like, I have no extra gear. And so I came in to try to find that gear, and we didn't find it that day because I got him hitting snap hooks. But the good thing was when I got him doing this, it got way more pressure into his right side, and that caused him to shallow more and hit hooks. And he hates hooks. And so he was getting really frustrated, and I was like, Colin, what shot do you absolutely hate on the golf course? He's like, that one. And I was like, perfect. Well, now we know why it happened. So I was like, give me the opposite of that. I want you to kind of stay stacked more on your lead side on the backswing. Then he started hitting his little peelers. And he left happy because he was like, so I was like, if you're on the golf course and it starts moving left on you, which you hate, it probably means you're getting a little too much shift off the ball. And so he figured that out, and we learned something. We didn't gain more speed, but we learned something from it. I think you're the opposite. I think you need to get more into your right side to create more speed. And that seems to be working. And you picked up the, I find so many people like it overwhelms the system doing this. Like I told you that one guy like couldn't even take the club away. But I feel like some people are like, or they're like, they just get all messed up, but you seem to pick it up really quickly and it made you more athletic. So, all right, take a few more swings, like, get the nervous system ramped back up after talking and all this time. Like, I don't know if you used to see, like when Bryson used to hit those bombs, he would be behind the ball, like he looked like he was ready to go into a boxing match. Like he was like pumping himself up and like jumping around and swinging as hard as he could. Like that's part of it too, is getting your yourself juiced up basically. And then I'll start the foresight here, 1 second. You can keep swinging, keep doing some practice swings, get yourself re-warmed up. Okay. A miss hit, but
miss hit.
Functional. Compared to those first ones that were kind of flares to the right. And this is kind of what I found with a lot of people when we work on speed. When they get really good at it, the dispersion actually comes down too. Yeah.
It's actually surprising.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Bach. That was well hit.
Yeah. The club actually slipped out of my hand.
Wow. You still got it out there. Go, baby.
Go, go, go.
295 with a slip club.
Yeah.
And like it's maybe 10 yards offline, maybe not even. Like, look where that is compared to the line. I mean, you were missing that line by 30 yards earlier, and it was going 30 yards shorter.
Wow.
Ooh, that one was hammered.
A well strike, but
you really shut the face, but it was hit hard. Okay. You're like cruising around 290 now, Kerry, or 290 total.
That's low on the face.
Yeah. Oh. Did it miss it? Did the quad get it? A 104 club?
263 carry.
Okay, that would have been close if we got it. I don't know why the...
I feel like I'm moving away from the ball.
Yeah.
So that's right.
This is where that can get away from you a lot.
Okay.
So what we want actually is pressure to move into your right foot, but not excessive mass into your right foot.
Okay.
So I always think of it as like, if I'm gonna run in that direction, if I'm playing sports against you and I'm gonna run in that direction, I put my pressure over here, but my mass goes that way. Not many people, if I'm gonna run in that direction, I don't go like this, because now it's gonna be hard for me to go back that way.
Yeah.
So the goal of this drill is actually to put your right foot in the ground as that goes, and then you're going, like the mass is actually going that way. So you don't wanna have, like as that right foot lands, you don't wanna get like moving your whole center of mass over there, yeah. I mean, it will go a little bit more than you were before, which is fine, but it can get out of hand.
Sure.
And that's where the drop kicks come from, for sure, is when you get too much mass behind it, then you don't get back to it. And then you, but I still think the goal for you in this pattern is to get the club as high as you can get it on the backswing. Because if it gets too deep, you're gonna hit drop kicks too, because that club will get so far down behind you that you have no chance.
Sure.
Is it picking it up? Okay, good.
Slow on the face.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. A little high on the face.
Yeah, high and fanned, open face.
Yeah.
I think the three things that have been helpful is obviously the pre-shot movement of the feet, hands high, and then ball forward. Whew, I like that one. Whew.
Ooh, that felt really good.
Hit.
Ooh.
Bombed.
Go.
Had a little cut spin on it.
Yeah, but that felt really good.
Dead straight, 275 total. Yeah. That was just a little slower because we've talked a bit. But the smash on that one was unbelievable. It was 150 ball speed with only 102 or 103 club speed. 103 club speed. 8.3 up. That's launched.
Oh, okay.
That's long driver angle of attack.
Okay.
Man, these are good shots though.
Yeah, again, they slipped off my hand a little bit.
Look at that, that carried 270. That's gonna make it. Go! Ah,
oh no!
152 ball speed though. You're smashing
Maybe a little spinny, I think.
No, the spin was low actually, 1800. It was almost a knuckleball.
But still goes pretty high. What's the max height?
34 yards in the air.
Oh.
So those are pretty good, 39, 34.
Okay.
A little cut.
Yeah, still pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Ooh.
And the speed's down a hair from where it was. I mean, if you could match up a 106 club speed with some of those strikes you're getting now, you'll easily bust 300.
So strikes are getting better.
They definitely are.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one was hit.
Yeah.
It was pulled.
Pretty straight pull.
Yeah. Go. Ah, 293. The club speed's still down just a hair, so your strikes are getting way better.
I think I'm thinking a little too much about the strike more than the raw power.
Man, look how straight that is. Geez, that carried 280. Ooh. That's there. Yes. 308. That was awesome.
I love it.
That thing is hammered. 156 ball speed.
That's my goal, right?
Yeah, 106 club speed. I just told you to do that. I was like, get it back to 106 with the same strike. You're like, yeah, I'll show you.
Wow, that felt great. I can't go back anymore.
No. Wow. 1900 spin. That's a great shot. And look how straight it is.
Now if I can't hit 300, I'm going to be pissed. How do I make this workable on the golf course?
I mean, I'm a similar pattern to you. And when I was playing quite a bit, I would actually do that swing you're doing on a wide open par 5. Like I would actually do the same thing. And then if it was a shorter hole, I just minimize the amount that I do it.
Okay.
Like my stock driver when I'm playing a lot kind of looks like this. where I'm doing the same thing under my feet,
Okay.
just not like lifting my feet up.
Okay.
I still felt like I was doing this massive movement. And then I went out and played with a couple of buddies of mine. And after the round, I drove it really well. We were having a beer or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you know, that crazy thing I'm doing with my feet before I hit. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like they didn't even see it, right? It just for me, it felt like a massive, crazy movement.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, watch this. This was the last one you just hit, 308. Like, I don't know. It doesn't look crazy to me. I mean, sure, there's a little movement before you hit, but like I wouldn't, if somebody did that on the first tee, I wouldn't be like, what a nut that guy is. Like it's just him being athletic. Like
Still, it wasn't that high, right?
no, I mean, I think that you can still, let's see from down the line. Yeah, so see, like if this, and this is hard to do, but like if we could get that left arm plane to be slightly higher, I think that's where, because watch when you go forward, see how much it shallows? Like you shallow it really well. And that's where, like if this arm was down here and you shallowed the same, that's where the drop kicks come from. So that's why I think the higher you can get it, the more you have incentive to move laterally, which will shallow it and put it on plane where you can really hit it properly. But I would say that's pretty good for you. It was, I mean, a extremely functional golf shot. I mean, it was dead straight. That's good. 285 carry, 308 total.
That's amazing.
That's pretty solid. The dispersion, look at those last couple are pretty tight. You hit it shorter and crookeder before. And at that speed, you'd assume it would go further offline, but
Yeah. Why?
I think it's the riding the bike phenomenon. Like you think about trying to ride a bike slow, it's hard to keep it moving straight. As you start aligning those forces better,
Yeah.
the club just lines itself up
Yeah.
because you're not thinking about it. I mean, the worst way to try to hit it straight is to kind of steer it and manipulate it, because then you go slower and then it probably goes further offline too. So you can do this in Swing Cat, you can compare. So this is the one that went 285 carry, 30 feet offline. And basically that side-to-side swing is working on your lateral force, right?
Okay.
That's the one we focused on.
Right.
But we got the side benefit. And what I find the best kind of instruction is to give you one cue but accomplish 10 different things versus trying to give you 10 things. Like, because you weren't really thinking about jumping there.
No.
But watch. If I go to your vertical force, so in the one where you were just thinking about Kyle Berkshiring it, you produced almost 200, and 199% of your body weight. So almost double your body weight in vertical force.
Okay.
So if you think you probably weigh, what, 150 pounds?
160.
60. So
Yeah.
you're producing 320 pounds of vertical force. And look where it is. It's where the club is lined up with your, that's actually great alignment. They say the club should be on your back forearm.
Okay.
And it's almost perfect there. Now look at your first swing where you were trying to jump. This is the one that went 40 yards offline and only carried 226. And look at your verticals where you're trying to jump. So let me get it over here. 164. So you added 30% more jumping force.
No. Without thinking
Without thinking about it. And to me, that's the best type of teaching. Because if I told you to like do the Kyle Berkshire, get your hands side, then jump, like it overwhelms the system.
Yeah.
Whereas you're an athlete, just getting you more dynamic produced all these secondary things that I think resulted in all the good changes. So that's a big difference. I mean, if you look, your alignments are still good here. Like you're right on your left thigh or your left forearm. I like that. But now, and actually we've steepened the club a little bit, I'd say. And that's probably from hands being so high.
Yeah.
So hands being so high, get that club up a little more and not under it. And I think that's gonna make a lot more efficient strikes too. So that is pretty good. We need to put that there, and that's here, the ball flight. Check out that comparison. Is that the same guy? It's interesting. And I look at
different coach.
Yeah, I look at the unweighting, because as people get to the top, you actually like squat into it a little bit, and that's where you unweight. And here you unweighted to 66% of your body weight. So basically you weigh less. So that's you kind of squatting down and getting ready to jump, because you have to squat down to jump.
Okay.
Here you didn't do it at all. So so that's 66% of your body weight there. If I go over here, like that's hardly any. It's like 90% of your body weight the whole time. So you barely squatted down, and then you tried to jump from there, which makes it almost
Even
impossible.
though I was trying to squat.
You were trying to, but you didn't do it at all. Like not at all.
That's interesting.
even though you were trying to. And it kind of looks like you're doing it, but you're not unweighting the ground when you do it. So this just unleashed athleticism.
Without the play, there's no way to know it, right?
No chance.
Yeah.
I mean, you look more squatted here, I would say.
Yeah.
But the unweighting is way bigger here. So that's where, and I always tell people, like, good athletes fool me all the time on this force plate. I've seen a lot of like professional swings where I would have thought by looking at their swing there was a certain force pattern, and then I looked at it and I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think this is such a valuable tool. There's no way I would have been able to tell from this that you weren't doing that. So, and like I would have never been able to guess that just the Berkshire, like the three, we only gave you three things.
Yeah.
One of them was ball position, which you don't have to be an athlete to move the ball further up in your stance. You are very good at the Berkshire thing, like coordinating it and the timing and the rhythm and stuff like that. That's not often. Sometimes people are just, that overwhelms their system.
Yeah.
And then just getting the club high. So literally I told you nothing downswing related. It was set up with the ball further forward, move a little bit before you take the club away, and then just get the club higher. And those are the three things. And then it resulted in all these other good things. That's the cool part of this. You can see how that can happen.
Can you explain the unweighting one more time? The 66 versus 90?
So we're gonna get fancy here on you.
Okay.
We'll see if this overwhelms people, but this is a good demonstration for how you do it. So basically what it's doing right now is analyzing where all your body segments are in space, and it's gonna track your motion now. All right, so now what you can see is it's now tracked all the positions of you. So you can see it is looking at where your body is in space through the whole swing. And then this green arrow is the net force that you're putting into the ground between both of your feet.
Okay.
I'm going to take off all the dots because they get confusing, but basically all those dots are used to calculate where your center of mass is, which is this little dot here. So that little crosshair dot, that's where all of these points of your body balance in space. So let me get rid of those. So now it's just looking at your center of mass. What you can see here is what you got really efficient at right here. Right there, that's really good. Is if I look at where this ground reaction force vector points, it creates a big moment arm or a distance between here and here. So you can see it's 22 centimeters between your center of mass and there. Because you can see right here you're creating 23% lateral force. So this arrow right here would be 23. All right. So this distance right here would be 23. And then this distance right here would be 72. So you're 23% lateral and 72% vertical. And the lower this gets, the more this vector kind of tilts down like this and creates a bigger distance. So the concept I always think about is like a wrench.
Okay.
If I was trying to turn a bolt with my fingers, I push really close to the middle of the bolt and I can't turn it. So what do? I get a wrench. So now I can produce my force way further away from the middle, and that allows me to crank it.
Okay.
So this length right here is basically the length of your wrench. So that's 22 centimeters because you're able to decrease this. If I go to this one.
This is the old swing.
The old swing, yeah. And this is where effortless speed comes from, I think, is making a bigger moment arm. So creating a bigger length between that vector and where you are in space makes you put left effort in and get more out of it, basically.
Okay. The distance between my center of gravity.
And where that force is pointing in space, yeah. And I'll show you the difference here with this one.
So I need a shorter lateral movement and a longer vertical movement?
I mean, the optimal would be have a lot of lateral movement and a little vertical. Because that would make it very small and make that distance longer. Because here you have not as much lateral movement, but way more vertical. And I'll show you the same position, and we'll look at the length of that moment arm.
So in that sense, jumping is actually bad.
Well, that's later. You jump later.
Okay.
This is earlier.
Oh, okay.
And you have to, like, the jumping comes from the going down first. And the going down is what unweights the ground and makes you weigh less.
I see.
But you do it so quickly in the more athletic swing that it doesn't even look like you're going down that much. All right. So there's your center of mass this time. And now where we get to that peak horizontal. Yeah, there we go. So I would say your moment arm is maximized right there-ish. Yeah, so it's only 16 centimeters because see how high that is? So now we have 18% lateral, which is right here. But now we have 137 vertical, which is like right there. And because that vertical is so high and this one's not as long, that moment arm is whatever, 6 centimeters shorter. So your wrench is 6 centimeters less, and so you have to put way more force into the ground or into the system over a shorter length to create more momentum in the system. And then it doesn't allow you to jump as well either, because you didn't unload very well. Yeah, you're just not creating a moment arm at all. And generally it's late too, because where I'd want to create your biggest moment arm, like look where you create your biggest moment arm here. Right there. Oh, it went to 23 centimeters. So see where it's happening? It's at the club's at the top. And so you're putting that energy into the system from the ground, and it has to take time to get its way to the club. And so you're putting it in almost at the top of your backswing here, whereas on this one, where you get your maximum moment arm, there. That's where you get your maximum moment arm, where the club's already halfway down. And I don't think there's time for it to get to the club to speed it up the way that there is in the other swing. And I think that's where face control becomes hard, because you have to manipulate so many things, because you're not lining those forces up at the top and letting them just kind of drift their way into the golf club. So yeah, and to me the coolest thing is we didn't tell you anything about downswing. You just self-organized to make that happen, right?
You said unweight.
Yeah.
So the more I squat down, the more I'm unweighting?
Yeah. Well, the more you accelerate towards the ground. But you can see how quickly you do it in this one. Because like, this is where it's so important to measure forces, because if I look here, like, let's draw a line on your head, as like right when you take the club away. Okay. So there's your head there, the top of your head. That's where you unweight. You didn't drop that much, maybe a little bit, but you did it so quickly and athletically, naturally, which now allows you to spring up and hit it. But you did it very quickly. Like, so you went from almost full body weight here to completely unweighted there. And so look how much you dropped. Like, it's very small, but you did it with enough acceleration. It was so quick that it unweighted a lot. Whereas, and that's something you can't see. Whereas here, I'll bet you actually drop more here in magnitude. Let's see. So if I take you to right where the club moves away from the ball right here, so your head's about the same place. Watch this. I would say that's more. Like, you've dropped more there, but it takes so long for you to drop that there's no acceleration there, and that doesn't unweight you. So
that unweight is the ground force pushing me back. Is that?
It's actually unweighting. So like like when I teach this to my students, I always talk about when I was a kid, my grandmother lived on the 30th floor of a building. So we would leave and go play in the elevator. And what we would do is on the 30th floor, we'd get in the elevator and we would push the first floor. So as the elevator was accelerating down, we felt really light. And we could like feel like Michael Jordan. We were like jumping in the air. You feel like you hang in the air. That's what the unweighting is. When you're moving down and you're literally almost like bending your knees and pulling your feet away from the ground. And then when we got to the bottom, we would put the 30th floor, and now this thing's accelerating up into us, and it was hard to even jump because we weighed more. And that's what happens after that. After you accelerate down, you push back up, and that's where you end up 200% of your body weight. But you have to do the down part first to get the up part, but making it quicker, where you actually didn't move down as much, but you did it faster and created more acceleration downwards. That is where the athleticism part comes in. Because if you watch some of those, I don't know if you watch any basketball, but like some of those NBA guys look like they hardly even bend down at all. And they spring through the air. They unweight quite a bit. It just happens so fast and so athletically. They can produce tons of vertical force and like jump, out of the gym. It seemed to click right away in you and unleashed kind of the athleticism in there.
Awesome. 这期视频比较长，而且是全英文。如果大家对哪部分内容特别感兴趣，或者有疑问，比方说减重和利弊的概念，我也是反复看了很多遍才明白。欢迎留言，我再单独做视频谈谈我的体会。感谢观看，下期再见。